Life is more fun when you can choose and switch things up whenever you want to. And with Pair Eyewear, you can change your look in a snap. And their latest fall collection gives you even more ways to celebrate your creativity and individuality.
Just one base frame is all you need to express yourself in many ways. Listen, I love my pair of glasses so much because they allow me to change my looks in a snap, and I can wear the same pair of glasses from evening to daytime to work out, all with a just little click, click, clack on the front of my lenses, honey. A pair of eyewear is the only eyewear that you will ever need. Budget friendly base frame starting at just $60, including prescription. Hundreds of top frames starting at $25.
Change things up this season with new frames from Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com/sibling for 15% off your first pair. That's pair, Pair, eyewear.com/sibling. All right, Bob the Drag Queen. We are here at episode 5 of Sibling Watchery, season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, I want to do a mid-season check-in. How are you feeling about this season so far?
This remains one of my favorite seasons. This is the season that made me love Drag Race. These are a lot of the queens that, the more I watch this show, the more I realize a lot of these things are really etched in my brain. And I don't think I have the only time I've ever rewatched a season was on this podcast. We rewatched season 8. We rewatched 10.
We started 10. We started doing watch parties on 10 on a Patreon, but
and then so I've only ever rewatched things through Sibling Rivalry. But I'm really gagged at how much this stuff is etched into my brain 16 years later. It's kind of gagging.
I mean, yeah, it's TV. I don't think we realize how much TV has a big impact on like a lot of us, especially like our generation. I was thinking, obviously, if I was born before TVs, I wouldn't miss it because it's something that wasn't around. But that's not true because as I've gotten older, I feel like I'm watching less TV. Because I don't know why I'm just watching less TV. Like before, I used to be like, bitch, I'm watching my programs. I watch this thing, blah 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 blah, and now I'm just not like that anymore. The older I get, I'm kind of like, I don't need TV, but TV is a
Really?
very yeah. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Do you feel like you watch a lot of TV? I watch
No,
definitely watch less
I don't
TV
watch a
than
lot
I
of TV.
did before. You say what?
I do not watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV now.
Yeah. Even like big shows like Succession. People are like, oh, you got to watch this thing. I'm like, yeah, sure, and I just like kind of just don't do it. I want to, I just don't.
Some of them I do watch, and I really do love them. But I really have gotten into FD Signifier, who is this amazing YouTuber. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to FD Signifier, and I think
This is
his name
not
is Eye
paid, by the
Patch.
way. The Bob was just giving people free promotion.
Honestly, I think FD Signifier deserves it. He makes really really good content, and I think his name is Lone Eye Patch Wolf. I might be saying his name wrong, or Lone Wolf Eye Patch, or I can't remember. Okay. Oh, his name is Super Eye Patch Wolf. Super Eye Patch Wolf is also great. And then the last two I will give you a shout out to if you like video essays. I've been really into video essays lately. Super Eye Patch Wolf, FD Signifier, Cat Black, and
Love
T
Cat
Noir.
Black. I got into
T
Cat
Noir.
Black back in Azrea days. Azrea put me onto Cat Black back in like back in Saliva times because they used to have a lot of discourse on Facebook. I think I don't remember. Azrea is how I got consciousness of Cat Black.
Yeah.
She's very, very, very smart.
But speaking of
Black people.
back in the
Here we
day,
are.
speaking of back in the day, let's go to episode 5 of season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. This is Drag School of Charm.
You are
And
so crunchy. That transition was crunchier than that wig that Rebecca Glasscock wore last episode.
so Jade just went home, right? And I really did forget how much these queens do not like Rebecca Glasscock. These girls do not like her. They are mad.
Well, it's like the first thing Chanel says, like the camera, they come in the workroom and BB's like, it's weird, or whatever, and the first cutaway is talking the first confessional talking head should have been like, you know, Rebecca should have went home, and I just really do not like her. Like she just like
What
the
she said
first
was, "I
talking head.
realized." She goes, "Jade shouldn't go. Jade had a great personality, and Rebecca does not."
Right. It's like it's just it really just feels like
Have you ever been
a
disliked like
character
that, or have you ever?
assassination of Rebecca Glasscock at every chance everyone gets in the
Have you
confessional.
ever been
I
disliked by a
watch
group of people?
I don't think so. I've always been a pretty well like even when I was a fat, feminine, black fucking kid in school, I was always well liked by people. Like I don't know, I wasn't popular, but I was always well liked. It was that's always kind of been my thing. But I cannot imagine watching the season back and being like, oh my god, it's my first time on TV. I can't wait to see myself on TV. And well, not every, but a lot of the confessionals when people are do not like someone, it's about me. That would be really unfortunate to watch.
When I was in college, there was this one guy, and I cannot remember his name, but this was when Facebook groups were big. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Facebook groups were often used to bully people. People would often use Facebook groups as a way to bully other people. You can make groups and you have to request to join it. And there was this group, it was called like let's say the guy's name was like Kevin Caldwell. It was like Kevin Caldwell is a piece of shit, and this group had so many people in it. It had like so many people in the group. And I don't know, I would just that would crush me if I saw that was like I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I feel about it, but I know that it cannot have felt good. Oh,
Well,
and also, if you remember
Jacob is showing up.
yeah, the Lady Gaga group, there was because I remember people
Yeah.
used to use Facebook groups to bully people. There was one called Stephanie Germanata, "You Will Never Be Famous."
I did not know her first name was spelled so that is such an Italian way to spell it. Stefani. Wow.
She tells you she's Italian. Yeah,
And
Stephanie
there's a
Germanata, "You Will Never Be Famous."
and the picture is just a picture of Gaga, well, Stephanie Germanata. That is so mean. Oh my god.
I forgot about the years of Facebook groups to bully people. I almost completely forgot about this group. These
I never experienced that for myself or anyone else. I was never part of one, or no one was never made about me. I didn't know these were a thing.
Yeah, there used to be this group at CSU, this group that was very controversial called Whites at CSU. And it was a group for the white people at my college. And the people of color, we got wind of it, and we were like, "What is this group?" So we were like, we going to get up in this group and see what y'all got going on in there." And they would not let us in. We were like, "We're going to find out what is happening in this group." So then they ended up starting this other. So I was like, "Did you guys know there's a group called Whites at CSU?" And at the time it really irritated me. I was like, we need to know what y'all doing up in this group. Let us up in this group so we can see what the hell y'all doing. It was a whole thing, a whole thing.
Whites at CSU.
And then someone else started a group called "Let Christopher Caldwell Join Whites at CSU." It was insane.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure if they had Facebook groups when they filmed this, they would definitely have everybody except Rebecca Glasscock, or like Rebecca Glasscock is a bitch group for Drag Race season 1. They absolutely would start one if they had their cell phones.
And now I want to so the Ru comes on, right? And then Ru walks in. She has a lot of these athletes with her, and for some reason, upon the entrance of these athletes, these women in athletics, BB is very stressed out. Very stressed out.
Well, BB Zahara Benet, it's also so interesting to see BB back here. Also just to see the eyebrows of these girls. Like again, we know eyebrows definitely go in fashion, in and out of fashion, and everyone's eyebrows are so thin here. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Like pencil
I've been
thin.
thinking a lot about trends and how they come and go. It's been really interesting. I've been looking at it a lot lately, and just especially the visual aesthetics and how things come and go. And the real truth is this may come as no shock to anyone. I have never been on trend with any sort of fashion or aesthetic. I very much always kind of marched the beat of my own drum, especially fashion wise. Um, So I've never really been on trend. And Monet, you are very good at being like hip and what folks are doing nowadays, and like very good at finding out what the cool thing is, and doing the cool thing. And that has never been a strong suit of mine as long as long as I've been alive.
It's because I'm a New Yorker. We kind of just it's kind of like our nature, like that we like function. Because also New York is a very trendy city.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I lived in New York City for a while. Yeah, I understand that. But I've just never been good at I don't know. Being on trend is not is it's too much. It's too much for me. I'm like I got to do my own thing.
So
Um,
the athletes come in and RuPaul tells them, well, they have the one athlete speaks, and then they find out they're gonna have to do this kind of like physical strength training with these athletes. And it is so interesting, well, so funny to see these like faggots trying to be physical. I mean, they're kicking a bag and they're acting like they're kicking on a wall of bricks. I'm like, girl, you're kicking a bag. It is not that physically demanding. It is, I think it's very comical. I'm like, girl, come on. It's not that
yeah,
bad. They have to be
yeah,
putting up
but
with the camera. It's a bag.
what I don't think they're putting. I think some people are just not that physically fit. I think some people are just Monet. I think that you forget that some people don't dabble in physical athletics. Some people just are not in these streets throwing kicks
I
and
guess.
punches.
I guess. And clearly, I mean, Chanel literally like breaks down. She punches the bag and she starts to hyperventilate. She needs time. She needs some water. She needs some CPR. She needs a defibrillator. I was like,
I'm obsessed with Chanel's kicks. I'm obsessed with Chanel's kicks. The way she is kicking. So they go through the kick thing, right? And then they go, okay, we're gonna have this thing where everyone has to ground and pound. Or you kick, 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 hit the ground, kick, kick, kick. No, is it punch, 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 hit the ground, punch, punch, punch,
punch,
hit the
punch,
ground,
punch.
punch, 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 hit the
Yeah,
ground,
punch.
punch, 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 hit the ground. And as they're all punching, BB is the first one out. BB is like, I'm out. Because first Chanel was like, I can't do this. Chanel, after the kicks and the ground and pound, Chanel was like, I'm tired. But then she was like, no, I'm gonna get back in this. I'm not gonna let Rebecca Glasscock fucking win. So then BB is the first one out. And all the girls are peeling off like flies. It comes down to Chanel and Rebecca Glasscock, who kind of been established at this point as enemies in the show because
Everyone is Rebecca's
Rebecca.
enemy. Rebecca's
Well,
enemies are
yes, but
everyone.
there seems to be a thing. What I'm getting is this visual that Rebecca is succeeding, Chanel is not, and that is driving Chanel crazy, especially in this episode. Especially in this episode. So it comes down to the last two girls, and Chanel has to acknowledge that Rebecca Glasscock is the fitness queen.
Well, before Rebecca's mortal enemy was Jade Julie. I mean, Jade Sotomayor. So now that Jade is now that Rebecca has vanquished Jade, now Chanel is her new fucking big bad in this season. It's like every time she gets rid of one, she has to take another one out.
Do you feel bad for do you sympathize with her? Do you relate to
I
her in this
absolutely
realm?
sympathize with I absolutely sympathize with Rebecca Glasscock because again, you and I weren't there, right? But I cannot imagine that Rebecca is behaving in such a way to warrant so much hate by these people watching this thing back. I
But
mean, you know
everyone,
her.
but they all hate her. So are they? So either the question is, are they all acting wild, or is she acting wild? Right?
Yeah, you're that is correct. There does be something she's doing that they all are having this reaction, but it just seems. I mean, on camera, we're not seeing what this behavior is that is making her so hated. Like
I agree. That I agree.
on your season was who was the villain of your season was Derek
Derek.
Barry, I think.
Yeah.
Um, was Derek that when you watching it back was Derek that crazy? Was that warranted?
I don't think that Derek was the villain in the way that I don't think none of us said we hated Derek. I don't think anyone was like, Derek is a bad person. Derek is the fakest bitch ever. We weren't saying those things about Derek. So there were no sound bites of anyone being like, Derek is the fakest bitch you will ever meet in your life. We just thought
Yeah.
Derek was kind of annoying. Um,
Was Derek
but
annoying?
also, yeah, in the moment, yeah, but also like kind of charming too, though. And I think in a competition setting, it was annoying. But in real life, Derek's not annoying, no. But in a competition setting, when you don't know each other that well, it was Derek was a little bit annoying, but I don't think that that is a true trait of Derek. It was just like the competition made us feel that way toward Derek. In my that's free. I can't speak for everyone
Agreed.
else. And the only people who argue with that were
Later
me and
on in
Naomi.
Later on, was there someone in I'm trying to think of Drag Race history who kind of got this same Rebecca Glasscock treatment?
Um,
Sharon and
well,
Fifi?
well, Fifi got certain. I mean, you mean who got like a villain edit? I mean,
No,
Fifi got a. I
there's
mean,
a
Jeremy got
fake,
a Jeremy Carey got a villain edit.
not
I
villain
can't
edit, but
tell
like
if
because Rebecca is
Laganja?
okay. Well,
well, Laganja
Rebecca
got
is
an
not being
annoying
painted.
edit. Laganja got an
Yeah,
annoying edit.
Rebecca's not being painted as annoying. They're saying like she's fake. Like I'm trying to think who in Drag Race
Oh,
has been like the fake
Tatiana,
Tatiana.
Tatiana's, or they're like like she's shit, or she shit. Her book is shit. You remember that quote? Tatiana was like, "You called me shit. I would never call you shit." Then it comes around going, "She is shit. Her book is shit. Her perfume is shit. Her essence is shit. She is shit." Maybe not. Maybe
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Now
Aiden
I'm
Zane
thinking.
a little bit, I feel like.
A lot of girls did
Aiden
not like
Zane.
Aiden Zane. That I remember. That to the point where Heidi had to come and fight in her defense.
Oh yeah, Britta hated it. Britta Aiden Zane. Oh my god, Britta and Aiden Zane. That's like the Rebecca and fucking Jade. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay,
so Rebecca wins the mini challenge, and as a prize, Rebecca gets to pair up all the queens with the athletes. Um,
for the makeover
so
challenge.
yeah, so we find out this is the first ever makeover challenge in the history of Drag Race, which has been a staple in literally every
Every
single
season.
season of Drag Race since then.
H-
And this time they're making over women who don't typically wear a lot of makeup.
How would you do in a physical challenge that they did? I would do very well.
Yeah, I would do well. Yeah, I mean, I work out enough. And when I do work out, people are always like, "Oh, you're not a big fat slob," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am. I'm. I mean, I'm not a world class athlete, but I am. I'm fit enough to engage in physical activity. So when I go to the gym, I'm not like you know. So to answer your question, whilst I would not consider myself an athlete, I would say that I am physically fit. How would you classify
Yeah,
yourself?
I'm definitely physically fit. I think I do it very. I wish Drag Race had more physical challenges like that. Honestly, like I would have loved to do like that wrestling challenge of season 4. I would have loved to do the cheerleading one of season 9. Like I want Drag Race to have more physical challenges.
Well, it sounds like you keep naming a lot of physical challenges.
What?
Like they do have. It seems like you keep naming all the physical. You mean like one for
Only
every season?
two out of the
Also,
millions of challenges at this point.
I guess there's also the kickboxing challenge,
There's a
the
kickboxing
dancing.
challenge.
They just did the mini kickboxing thing with the kicking in the box in the bags and the ground and
Oh
pound and the.
yeah, yeah. 3 out of like all of these. I just feel like season 10 we did not have a single physical one. There was
Because you would have got
season 8.
crushed. Because you would have got crushed, Cameron
By who?
Michaels.
Who on season 10 was?
Cameron Michaels.
Oh. Karen Michaels, we would have definitely given a run for my money. That's the only
Also,
person.
not about strength. When it comes to like proportion strength, Aquaria is a very fit person. Aquaria
She
is fit.
when it comes to what strength, proportion
Like
strength.
strength in proportion to your body. So obviously she's tiny, so she can't bench press. But I bet she can do like a lot of push-ups and a lot of sit-ups, and like she has a lot of endurance.
Aquaria is not a physical. Aquaria is not that kind of girl. I know what you're talking about.
I think she can do more push-ups than you.
I don't think so. Absolutely
Aquaria,
not.
right now, upload a video of you doing push-ups, and then Monet will try to match it. She will try
Bob, I'm
to
very
match it.
physically fit. Do you know how many? Do you know how many push-ups I can do just free?
Not as
Just
many as
free
Aquaria.
push-ups.
Not as many as I know. Not as many. Less than
But you know
Aquaria.
what? Okay, you know what? But I know not do more than you.
Oh, dog, look at you! Can't even get the words
I can do
out.
more than you.
Can't even get the words out.
I can do more than you, nigga.
Can you?
Nigga.
Can you? Can you lift more than me?
Absolutely.
Can you?
Bob, this is not up for debate. Not even a question in my mind. Absolutely. I can bench more than you. I can
Oh,
lift more than you. I can squat more than you.
oh,
Unequ- I have never been more sure of anything in my life.
interesting.
Yeah, interesting. And we don't need
Well,
to be next to each other to do this. We can literally do it virtually, and I will crush you in a physical challenge.
okay. Whenever you want. Literally,
Okay,
whenever you want.
okay, okay.
When I tell you this is something I'm literally not worried about,
Bob, you
literally, whenever you
genuinely
want.
think that you are more physically fit than me?
Whenever you want. Literally, whenever you want. What are you doing
What do
today?
you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, we're gonna have a push-up endurance contest right now. You can
We
Literally.
go
can.
do so you can do the most push-ups.
We can do it right
Literally,
now.
whenever you want.
Let's right now.
You ready? Here we go.
Okay. Well, angle your camera down. Well, actually, Jay's gonna be so mad. Jay's gonna be like, "What the fuck you got?" I'm afraid. Put my camera back. Put my camera
I can use
back.
my phone.
What are you
I want
gonna
to
use?
point out that every time we've ever arm wrestled, I have destroyed this little bitch ass, this little weak Brooklyn bitch.
Arm wrestling.
Every time.
Okay,
Every single time. You have been crushed. You and your boyfriend. You and your boyfriend.
Let's do the
You
push-ups.
and your boyfriend.
Let's do the push-ups right now.
You and your boyfriend. I
Let's do
beat
the
both
push-ups.
of your
Yeah,
asses.
you and your
every single time.
boyfriend.
You and your every single time. You and
Let's
your
do the
weak
push-up.
little bitch ass boyfriend.
Crushed.
Jacob,
And we
shut
have
your
video
ass up.
proof of that, honey. We'll do this
Not
in
of
the
me.
podcast. Let's keep going.
You've never. First of all, you've never arm wrestled me. That was only Andy.
You've been crushed, and we can next time I see you on site, without
When did you?
on
When?
site, I will grab your hands and break them.
deflecting. But y'all see him? This is Bob.
Wrecked.
This is Bob weaseling his way out of the push-up challenge. Y'all see this? This is how he works.
I just said we're doing it in the podcast. I said we're gonna do the podcast. We're gonna do it in the podcast. That was verbatim what I said. We're gonna do the whole podcast.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
We're gonna do
Okay,
it
at the
here.
end of the podcast, shake on it.
By the way, you also already owe me like $35,000. We've already covered that. We
I
still
didn't
never pay
bet
me
money. I know one is betting money. We're just saying I will crush you.
I want to point out something we said last week. I told y'all that Monet would never write that fanfic, that romance novel.
I am
Monet
writing it.
Bitch, you lying. Open
I
your
am
document
writing
right
it.
now. Open the document right now. Send me the
Open it
document.
and what? And send it to you. I might send it to you.
Send me the document. Send me the document.
Anyway, I'm writing
You can
my.
screen share it, Monet.
You lying bitch.
You can screen share it.
Screen share it, Monet.
have my doc. Anyway,
Screen share
we
it.
have got off
See,
the
you
rails.
bitch, look at Monet weaseling because I'm looking at trying to type right now. Monet's like, let me go ahead and get some. Bitch, you are lying. Yeah, Monet is that you are a bad liar. You're a bad liar. You
I'm
are
a bad liar. I may be a bad liar, but you're
Also,
a bad
girl-
person. How about that?
Next time you just got to go to ChatGPT.
Yeah, Monet,
ChatGPT could do it right now.
You could have
See?
GPT do
Let me
it.
show
You
y'all.
are a bad liar.
This is how Team Bob the Drag Queen thinks. Y'all see that? They're already thinking about Chat GPT and all these
You know, you think
secret little
about
ways
your
to
first
fool us.
thought-
That's how Team
but
Bob the
your-
Drag Queen operates.
But your
Look at
first
Jacob.
thought is to lie. Monet's first thought is to go, I am writing, and be like, bitch, you are
am
not
writing.
writing. Share, then screen share it.
No, I'm not gonna do it for your
This
satisfaction.
is literally Candy Muse and the huge train. Be like, I have the train. It's in the suitcase. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not. But I assure you. But baby, the train is there. I still have it to this day. I'm never gonna show anyone. You are Candy Muse with the train right now.
We are 27 minutes into this podcast, and we are not even a quarter of the way through.
See, look at me trying to work her way out. Just admit you don't have it, so we can move on. We'll move on. You didn't write anything. Which
I have
I
it.
knew.
I have it. I'm not entertaining this. Anyway, I want to say this.
You're lying.
I want
Y'all
to say.
bitch be lying.
I want to. Oh, did I just delete my notes? Oh, why does Chanel?
Oops, I deleted it. Oops.
Why does Chanel always have a skull cap on? Do you think Chanel's balding?
I haven't really given that much thought, to be honest. And I didn't notice that she was always wearing a skull cap.
She's always wearing that scully. When she's not in drag, at least she's not wearing a drag.
Maybe she's cold, or maybe that's I don't know. Maybe it's her.
Bitch, they can afford AC back then. Season 8, they can really afford it. You think season 1 they got it?
I hadn't really given much thought to why she wears that skull cap, to be honest. Rebecca, there's no more immunity, and Angina is wishing at this point that she had some, which we found out later that that was appropriate, and she probably does wish that she had some.
Well, not
some
now,
immunity.
Jacob. That's Chanel now. Oh my God, she looks so different.
Time changes things.
Hat. So yeah, so they get the different makeover partners, and we found out that Chanel's person has never put on makeup before. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's actually being really like every time Chanel gets closer to the makeup, she's like, ah, ah, ah.
how do you go so long and never having? I just can't imagine. I guess there are people out here that never put makeup on before. Makeup is just such a part of obviously my world. I just couldn't imagine. Not even like a little something. Never put on ever before in their life. It's very interesting to me.
I was talking to someone the other day who told me they had never worn a pair of heels. And they were like almost 30. Who was it? I don't know who it was. But I was like, you've never worn a pair of heels ever? Like you've never once, even as a goof, ever
A
put on a pair of
straight
heels.
guy, I can get it. But if you anyone
No,
outside
he
of a
was gay.
straight
Whoever
man,
it was, I think it was someone gay, or maybe one of the dancers was like, I didn't wear heels until I did this gig or something. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe one of the dancers was like, I didn't ever wear a pair of heels until this gig or something. I was like, how have you gone this far in life being gay and you never want a pair of heels? That's kind of
right?
wild to me. Or honestly, I also don't understand how I've heard people say when I do We're Here, I hear a lot of people say I've never worn a wig. And I'm like, not even for Halloween? You've never put a wig on your head. That's what and I get it. I get it. I wear more wigs than most people. That's not lost on
For
me.
sure.
But I don't
Yeah.
see how you can make it that far in life and never have worn a wig.
Like go to like a fucking spirit Halloween or something and never like that seems wild. Not even like a little shitty Chucky wig or a little shitty little plastic Party City wig. Never.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
Yeah.
But Sweet Pea, her name is Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea has never worn any makeup. She's being very nervous about, getting this makeup on her face. And it's really interesting to see each queen's relationship with their athlete. Especially BB at one point says to her athlete, "You will do what I want you to do." I, I,
I
I, I'm
wrote that.
I'm really writing down quotes. You will do what I want you to do. I was like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah, BB's person, they don't like to wear a lot of makeup. They put it on before, but they don't like a lot. And BB just not in the most serious way. She said she's like, I don't like a lot of makeup. And BB goes, you are going to do what I want you to do. And I was like, that is would be very off-putting. I would not like that. I would like, excuse
you
me.
will do what I want you to do. Well, I mean, these girls are also like now they realize girls are going home, and they do not.
Right.
Speaking of tough love, baby, Rebecca is not fucking around with
Mhm.
Temple. Rebecca is letting Temple have it, letting
Love
her
it.
have it.
Love it. But I mean, Temple is very whiny. Like she's like whining. She's like, "Oh, can we have to?" I just like Temple is whining a lot, and I'm like, "Girl, they're just heels. You're not walking." Why people put on heels for the first time and they act like they're walking on like I get it may be hard, but they act like they're on razor blades and their feet are burnt. I'm like, your feet don't instantly start hurting when you put on heels. Like it's not like that. I never understand
I
that.
mean, maybe not your feet. Maybe your
But
feet don't necessarily start
I
hurting.
think my feet would. I have big old Shrek feet. Okay, I know that this bitch is
Well, I
not
mean,
coming from the Shrek
well, I will say
community.
if so, I will say, I mean, my feet don't hurt the moment I put on heels, but I will say if so many people are like doing it, then maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe some heels do hurt some people's feet. It's not an experience I have for sure. My feet, I can, I mean, my feet hurt now more than they did when I first started drag. When I first started, baby, I could wear heels until the cows come home. Now I have like before I have to take my shoes off, I have a solid well, it depends. If I'm on stage, I can do the whole show. Obviously, I can do the entire show. But
Mhm.
the moment I'm off stage, we're taking these shoes off. Like the moment.
And I mean, but like you and I have both had the experience of putting on heels for the first time. I'm thinking back to the first time I put on heels. They were definitely way too small. They were not my size. But it wasn't like did you the very first time you put on heels? Were you stumbling around and did you have that experience? I just don't remember having that experience. Like I was like, oh,
No,
this is a different a new sensation, but I can do this. It wasn't like, whoa. It wasn't all that.
that wasn't my first experience, but I will say that I am in a unique position where I've seen a lot of people put on heels for the first time. I feel like just short of working at a shoe store, I have seen probably more people put on heels for the first time than most people have. And I will say it is a uh, very common sensation. Or even people who just don't wear heels very often. They're just like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know what I mean?
Also, this thing is gay men are like, well, I mean, you are working with gay men as well. Oh, you've seen a lot of gay men. I think gay men will be like, "Bitch, we got this." Like it just innate in us. We like just like we're predisposed to being able to walk in heels from the very first time we put them on. I feel.
Well, I just love that the queens and the athletes have swapped places because the queens were getting their asses handed to them, and now these
Mhm.
athletes are getting their asses handed to them, and these athletes are just not faring well. They are not keeping well, honey, which goes to show that there is a level of endurance, athleticism, and
And drag
strength
art.
that comes with drag.
I agree. Also, we find out that Sweet Pea has also never worn a bra before.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, I'm actually kind of I'm kind of triggered by Nina's drag daughter because she's Russian or Ukrainian, and I'm just thinking back to my drag child on the show uh who was
On
Russian.
We're here.
No, on RuPaul's Drag Race on the swap on the drag makeover. I had a Russian lady.
You did. Oh, this is when you
Yeah,
did
she was
when y'all did the Little Women of LA. I mean,
yeah, Little Women LA, yeah.
yeah.
And they were and my lady was Russian, and she was very particular about her face, and she wanted to do her own makeup, but the producers will not let you do your own makeup.
Yeah.
So she kept being like, "Well, I'll do this," and the producer like, and then, but no, actually, the producer weren't gonna say anything, but the girls were like, "She's helping Bob. She's helping." But the girls were like, what do you call it when you loudspeaker? No, megaphone. They're megaphoning.
Megaphone. Mhm.
They're like, "She's helping Bob. She's doing her eyebrows," and then they made her wipe her face off, and then this is one of the reasons why I was so late because she started her face, and then I had to go.
That's the reason.
Also my outfit broke as well. There was a lot going on. I had to remake her outfit or my outfit. I can't remember. Anyway, so she had to wipe her face off, and I had to redo her face, and then do. It was low key wild. That was a wild episode.
Have you ever been on the hunt for a new doctor, Bob? And you ask everyone you know for recommendations?
Yeah, I have actually every single person.
Why are you asking people for recommendations when you have ZocDoc, girl? Well, a doctor who actually gets you, listens to you, and makes you feel super comfortable is very rare. And I have had a lot of doctors, and having a good one is a very hard find in these here streets of New York City. And finally, you get one, and then they have really bad bedside manner, or their receptionists are annoying, or they just don't take your insurance.
That's the
Well,
worst.
baby, you can wipe your tears and put away the ice cream and head over to ZocDoc to find and book a doctor who is perfect for you.
ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online. We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance and are located near you and treat almost any condition under the sun, anything you could search for.
After I tried ZocDoc, I would honestly never go back to booking doctors the old way, honey. Old way. It's so fast and convenient, and I've loved every doctor I find through them. And ZocDoc, they have every specialist. Like if you need an allergist, or you need to find a psychiatrist, and you can find review doctors. That is what I low key love about ZocDoc is that people be on there reading these doctors for filth, girl. Like you get the real tea about what these doctors are doing, so you know exactly what you're gonna walk up into when you're walking through those doors. So go to ZocDoc.com and find the doctor that is right for you. Book an appointment in person or remotely that works for your schedule.
Go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Fall is a season of change, Roberta, and I love change in life because it means a new time, a new season, a new purpose. But life is more fun when you can choose and switch things up whenever you want to. And with Pair Eyewear, you can change your look in a snap. And their latest fall collection gives you even more ways to celebrate your creativity and individuality. Whether you're getting in the mood for a spooky season, celebrating sweater weather, or both. With their new designs, they will bring you life to your autumn and make your fall days joyous every day.
Just one base frame is all you need to express yourself in many ways. Listen, I love my pair of glasses so much because they allow me to change my looks in a snap, and I can wear the same pair of glasses from evening to daytime to work out, all with a just little click, click, clack on the front of my lenses, honey. A pair of eyewear is the only eyewear that you will ever need. Budget-friendly base frame starting at just $60, including prescription. Hundreds of top frames starting at $25. And you can build a collection of style, honey. You can even turn your glasses into sunglasses with a sun top, baby, with frames designed for all.
Ooh.
Everyone can customize their own unique look.
Change things up this season with new frames from Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com/sibling for 15% off your first pair. That's pair, PAIR, eyewear.com/sibling. So for season 10, or All Stars 4, yesterday they brought out our best Judies. I think we talked about it before, but they had hit up Bob and they also hit up Jay, who edits this podcast. And then they ultimately got Patty. But could you imagine if Bob was my makeover? That would have been so fun.
Well, they called me to ask me who. They never called me to ask me if I could do it. They called me to ask me who I should, whoever. And I said, Kamika and Patty.
Got it. They called Jay too. I don't know how they got Jay's number.
Girl, on the bathroom stall. Girl, in the bathroom stall, honey. We've all got Jay's number, Miss Thing.
You know Jay be doing that guac 3000, honey.
You think Jay does? You think Jay gives a good guac 3000?
Do you remember that time when we were on the thing?
Don't disrespect my girl.
We were on the thing and we were somewhere. I think Yuji and I were on the phone for something, and you were like, Jay, you be sucking dick, and Jay got very uncomfortable, well, not uncomfortable, because Jay was very nervous. Jay was like, "What are you talking about?" Just like, no, you're like, Jay, answer the question, and he was just laughing.
Do you think Jay's gonna keep this part in the podcast?
He better, bitch. Jay should not be out here deleting footages. He would be sued.
Bitch, you got to get sued all this with the fucking this anyway. So Chanel is about something that Chanel said. I love these quotes. I love writing down what Chanel says. Chanel is about representing eyes and glamour and diva and strength and body.
Chanel's great. I really like
What?
Chanel.
Wait, let me read that again. Chanel is about representing eyes and glamour and diva and
Bitch, are you
strength
eating?
and body. I ate a Chex Mix. Yeah, I had a Chex Mix here. I did have a bite of a Chex Mix.
Now this nigga snacking on Arizona.
I didn't sneak it. I did it right in front of you.
I didn't notice.
That was not. And,
you are such a Bob. You are like a hood. This was you. Chanel's about.
That is not. First of all, I am not. You always tell me I am not hood, bitch.
You like some. Yeah, Chanel's about.
I'm a little country. I am a little country, but I am not hood. Never
just
been
hood. Start to you, but country people can be hood too. Y'all, that is the hood. Y'all just don't call it the hood.
You know, the country. We have hood in the country. I'm just not from the hood. I'm not hood. You claim you're a hood bitch. I'm not a hood bitch. Okay.
Everything you just did was just hood. Chanel is about.
That is not.
So Ru comes in, and Ru loves a twist on a makeover challenge. He's like, "Ladies, one more thing."
But in their defense, I could because normally everyone's like, "What?" But this time, legit, right?
Yeah, like, asking someone who has never put on makeup before, never worn heels, now asking them to lip sync. Like now you have to teach someone how to lip sync. People are like, "Oh, it's easy, just lip syncing." Lip syncing is an art form. Like lip syncing is not just as easy as just moving your lips to a song. There are different for it to be good. There are different aspects that come into making a lip sync good, and that's emoting and teaching. And I think Chanel's actually doing a good job. Well, we didn't see what the other girls did with their person, but Chanel was really honestly, I feel, gave her good insight in how to do a good lip sync. I was like, oh, these are very good tips for someone learning how to lip sync, Chanel.
Yeah, I don't know that they paid off because I mean I know we're fast forwarding a bit, but those fucking performances were garbage. Oh, they were bad. They were bad, and I kept thinking to myself, I wonder if they made them lip sync the entire songs, because I cannot imagine sitting there 6 times or 5 times watching that.
5 times, yeah.
Watching that 5 times, no, negative, so bad, so bad. So
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it was not great. Acting
So
from
I
Bob.
feel like, am I wild or let's go ahead over to the main stage. Did
Mhm.
BB's girl wear heels or am I like loony?
Let's talk
So
about RuPaul's
RuPaul's
look.
dress, I love RuPaul's dress. What are your thoughts?
I like it too. I like I wish it went in more at the knees actually to give us more of a silhouette and at the waist, like because now RuPaul be snatched up in the waist. RuPaul gives you va va voom. Here it's a little loosey goosey.
I can see that. Yeah. Um, this is before RuPaul got that Ozempic, honey. This is back back in the old days. I'm
Oh
kidding. I
my
do not
god,
know.
imagine,
If everyone,
girl.
I
You
do
do
not
not.
know RuPaul's on Ozempic. That was a bit. Do not go and say confirmed RuPaul's on Ozempic. I do not know that was a bit. And I really need to make that abundantly clear to
Oh
everyone
my
today. That was a
god.
bit.
And then they're gonna rope me in. Monet and Bob said that RuPaul. No, I did not say anything. First of all, let's be very clear.
Mother Ozempic. For the legendary house of Ozempic.
I did not say this joke. That is not me.
For the legendary house of Wegovy. Give it up for Mother Ozempic.
Oh, because there is someone I was out last night and someone was telling me
To
they
be
were
fair,
like,
Ru's always been skinny though.
yeah. I was out last night and someone was like, this queen who apparently hangs out, she was like, a few months ago I was at Michelle Visage's house and we were on the couch we were like watching YouTube clips and a clip of you and Bob talking about if Michelle's husband was cheating. We're talking about like if people's spouses were cheating, would we tell them? And then Michelle was like, I can't believe Bob when they said that they wouldn't tell me. And I was like, well, it's not our business.
If I caught Michelle husband cheating, I'd be like, look, hold on. I'd be like,
Michelle is upset. She's like, I cannot believe that Bob and Monet said they would not tell me. She's upset.
babe, when I say I didn't see nothing.
I can see I'm blind, blind, blind.
I thought that was his cousin. Anyway,
Everybody kiss their cousin like that. Um,
so I
yeah.
actually like that BB didn't make her athlete dress up in African drag. Like that would have been weird to
It
me.
would have been weird. It would have been weird. But I'm guessing BB, this person is doing something that is culturally appropriate for them.
Yeah, I think she obviously chose like I think that her athlete was Indian, and obviously BB is Cameroonian, and
Like, is BB born in Cameroon? Cameroon?
well, she has an accent, and so she is. So I don't know where she's born, but she at least well, I know she wasn't born in America because she just became American like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
BB's
Also,
BB's
shout
like
out
your
to
surrogate drag mother. You should know this.
bitch. I'm the one that told you. I'm the one telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, Also shout out to Assad who just got his green card like
Yeah.
maybe like a couple of months ago. American
That's all I
boy.
got to.
Assad's mom calls him
Yeah.
American boy, which is so funny to me.
I think
American
that
boy.
I think that BB looks gorgeous. Actually, I'm living. I think BB's outfit is very. She looks great to me.
I agree, and I think that her athlete looks great, and I'm glad that she didn't make her dress up in African, in an African aesthetic. I
Mhm.
think that was smart, and I think that she looks good. Except I can't tell if she's wearing flats, but I feel like she was wearing flats, and if so, that irritates me.
I didn't. I guess I didn't. I didn't even notice that. But so I got to take your word on it. I didn't notice. See that at all.
Chanel and Sweet Pea. Um, I think they
This
both look
hair on
great.
Sweet Pea is wretched.
Well, it's not great, but it's not horrible. You and I in our defense have both worn worse wigs and probably on RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. This is
I
season
have
one
never
after
worn a
all.
bad wig on RuPaul Drag Race. Every wig I've worn on RuPaul Drag Race has been great. I'm not even trying to be funny or do a thing. What? Which one was bad? Go ahead.
One.
Anyway, I've never worn a bad. I have had bad outfits. My hair, I can't say. I can confidently say I've not worn a bad wig on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Listen, that's you. The fans are gonna be the ones tagging you in pictures, not me. The fans are gonna be tagging you in pictures. That's between you and your Mo
And my
Nation,
God, and my
honey.
God.
Honey, your constituents are about to turn on you, Miss Mamas. About to turn
Here
on
comes
you,
Jacob. Here
honey.
comes Jacob. Here comes Jacob. That is not a bad wig. I love that wig.
No, that's a bad way.
That is not a bad wig. It's not a bad wig.
Ah, Mama, this is garbage. Mama, this
is not a bad wig. What are you talking about?
Then wear it tomorrow. Wear it to your next gig.
I don't have it.
Then get it remade just like that and wear it to your next. If it's so good, keep wearing it. If this wig is so great, wear it again.
First of all, I just don't wear wigs like that anymore. That is not my aesthetic, but that is not a bad wig.
It's a great wig.
The tail was bad. Also, oh my God, look at my makeup. Wow, we got to go through. Okay, for after this watchery, we just need to do one watchery is going to be just us going through looks we've worn on Drag Race. Well, I mean, I have a million at this point. You have what, 10? No, you have like 13 or we got to toot and boot everyone's look. Like, yeah. Drop that fucking that damn galaxy. The poof. You know I love the poof. I literally wore it last year on tour.
That'll make it good. That does not make it good.
I love
bitch. I don't care if you wore this morning on Good Morning America. It's not a good wig. We're not gonna call the poof again. The poof is literally a ponytail. It is a drawstring ponytail.
Is great. You are such a hater. The poof is I love the poof. And also, I don't care what you think. I love the poof. That's why I literally wore it on tour.
That's your new dragon was Ewan. You and you alone. But hey, this is garbage. This wig is shit. So now you're going to defend this wig too?
Okay, let me tell you.
Jay, use these pictures. I'm screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, your memory got real short real quick, didn't it? Real short, real quick.
Fucking Domino.
Bitch, you the one said all my wigs, honey, bad wigs wear.
Okay, I will say this is the only exception to the rule. This is the only exception to that rule I said earlier. This was a bad wig.
All right, let's keep moving on. So,
okay.
I think that Sweet Pea and Chanel look good. And they match each other. Also, my whole thought process is like, this is before anyone knew. Like, did they know there was gonna be a makeover challenge? Like, is this outfit from Chanel's closet? Did they like what's going on here?
Yeah, I think this had to be. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Maybe they told them that they would have to. They would like how they tell us now. Because if you guys don't know how it works now, I mean, from season 10, we didn't bring outfits for our. Wait, what was season 10? Yeah, season 10, they did not tell us to bring 2 outfits. But All Stars 4, we knew that there would be a makeover thing. So that's why I brought something for a small person, something for a bigger person. So I can't speak from before All Stars 4. But for season 10, we did not know that we should bring
something for All Stars, or did you just like do it on your own volition?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I think I just did it on my own. I think actually, I think you might be right.
We part of our challenge was that we had to make our drag kids costumes. So for ours, it was a design challenge. So we made our costumes and we made their costumes.
That's crazy.
They're in the studio.
Yeah, season 10, I made Tyler's, or I made my reveal. That's what I did. I made the top piece and the bottom piece for my season 10 one. And I cut his into, and I made his into. Yeah, I made his into a leotard.
There's a great clip of Tyler sitting next to Lady Gaga while she does her 100 people in a room speech. It's kind of hilarious, actually. So let's go on to.
I hate this hair, but the outfit is nice.
Let's go on to Nina Flowers. I love the way Nina Flowers looks. She looks so good to me. Her drag child looks amazing. They
I
both look
agree.
really good. They match. They go together. This is sickening. This is
Her
so
da-
sickening
her
to me.
her drag daughter looks because she's so tall. She looks like a fucking supermodel.
Yeah, like a '90s supermodel specifically,
Yeah, for
where
sure.
they were
Also, I just
wearing where
love
they were
that the way
wearing
that Nina,
insane makeup.
because how pale Nina looks. Nina just always kind of looks to me like she's like a vampire. Like she's like a 1,000-year-old vampire that looks 12.
Well, this look is particularly vampiric with the collar. You know what I mean?
Come on,
And the
vampiric.
and the and and the weird sleeve thing. But this look is
Yeah,
so
I
good.
agree.
And I think honestly the judges were on some bullshit with these critiques. These critiques were such shit, and I'll get to those in a
They
second.
always are. The makeover challenge. The makeover challenge. The critiques are always fucking bullshit. It just never. They can say whatever they want. I didn't like how much you guys looked alike, and then someone else. You guys look too much alike. It's like, bitch, which one is it?
Yeah. Let's go on to Angina and her athlete. So, Angina doesn't wear a ton of makeup herself. Angina is not beat for the gods. Angina is kind of relying on her natural beauty that she has. So there isn't a big resemblance between her and her athlete, but also the thing is a big
Yeah,
part of Angina's aesthetic is the fascinator and the bald head. And obviously this girl wasn't going to go bald, you know?
Andrea should have put a ball cap on her.
And China probably didn't know that they were going to be doing this. That's the thing. How do we even know? How do you know? I was up there asking for stuff. Can someone go get me a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess her person was a good. Cause Patty shaved his eyebrows off for me. Patty shaved his eyebrows for me. It
I
grows
mean, that's
back. It's
fierce.
just hair.
Now let's go on to Rebecca and Temple. So, Rebecca, these wigs are low key killing me.
I gotta live though. I gotta live. They're so plastic and synthetic. Like I live. I low key live.
Re- Temple looks like a early 2000s bad bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. Temple looks like a early 2000s bad bitch for sure. Right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. For sure. I think she looks
She's
great.
really stunning.
Yeah.
And
I think I,
also
I think Rebecca really
her
nailed
braids
it.
are kind of giving volume under the wig, which I'm kind of living for.
Yeah, she had more volume than Rebecca. I think that
Because
Rebecca
her
kind of ate
braids,
this.
I think it's her braids underneath.
I think that Rebecca ate this. I think that she really transformed her person, and they really do look like mother daughter. They look like drag twins. I think Rebecca did nail this. I think my favorites were Rebecca and Nina, and I would have given it to Rebecca. I think that Rebecca deserved to win.
But we do need to have a conversation about how boring these outfits are on Rebecca and Temple. I think out of every single contestant, these are the most boring outfits. They are both wearing little black dresses. I'm low key screaming.
LBDs. Yeah, I would agree with that.
So the judges, one of the things the judge kept saying was, this whole you wearing too much makeup critique is so weird and so out of place on RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't
To
want to hear
about
no fucking. I don't.
about BB.
Yeah, and they've been saying the whole thing. Someone said it a couple episodes ago about Angina. You don't need so much makeup. Shut the fuck up. This is a drag show. Who the fuck are you? And who are you? And what are those? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it is
It's
weird to say
Doja
that. I
Cat
agree.
wearing.
I would agree. But they got to find something to say. They got to find some critique to warrant why you go home, why you get eliminated. So I get it.
Yeah, they seemed annoyed that Nina's drag daughter looked like a drag queen, and I was like, "What? Excuse me? You're mad because Nina Flowers, drag kid, looks like a drag queen? Be for real. Like, I can't even. Like, what is this critique? What is that even?
Also, I don't think I've ever expressed this on the podcast or whatever. I am obsessed with Lucy Lawless. I fucking love Lucy Lawless. When I found out she was the guest judge, I was gagging. I love Lucy Lawless so much because Xena. I grew up on Xena. I used to watch Xena. I've seen every episode of Xena like 10 times. I love
Oh,
Lucy
really?
Lawless. Yes.
I don't know. You're such a. Can you do the war cry?
I can.
Do you think people ask
I can't
Xena,
really do it.
Lucy Lawless to do that a lot?
Girl, she's probably sick of it. Of course they do.
Isn't it ay 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 or is it ah, la, la, la? Isn't it ay 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 ay
It's
ay
I,
ay
but I can't do it. I need the L. I need the L to make to so I can pitch up there. It's because it's too high.
You know she's from New Zealand, mate.
I know she's from New Zealand. She's a Kiwi,
What?
and you
Lucy
know
Lawless from New Zealand.
her counterpart Kevin Sorbo, who played Hercules, is like a fucking disgusting old like Trumper, like Trump to the core.
Really?
Yes, disgusting.
Had no clue. Had no.
Did you
clue.
watch Xena?
No, did not watch Xena. I watched one episode of Conan the Barbarian because it had Grace Jones on it.
I need them. They need like how have they not done a reboot of Xena? Come on. Well, bitch, we ain't reboot nothing anytime soon. But when Hollywood gets back,
Who would it be?
Ooh, it would have to be someone new, a fresh face. I can't think of anyone right now that could do it. Could you?
You think so?
A fresh face. Fresh face.
Also, it was Conan the Destroyer, not Conan the Barbarian, but Conan the Destroyer. Grace Jones played this amazing character that I was obsessed with on the show.
I don't know what Conan the Destroyer even is. I don't know what that even is.
I love Grace Jones in this show so much.
Grace Jones. Oh my God, Beyonce's birthday show last night. I'm so jealous. I was gonna go, but I had no one. I was gonna like pony up and get like front row seats, but I had no one to go with, and it was just so last minute. But
yeah, because I saw where you were sitting. You seem kind of far. Seemed like you weren't very close.
Well,
did you bring your binoculars to watch?
A friend got me tickets, and I was very happy to go with my friends, and it was very nice. I had a great time.
Did you bring binoculars to watch?
Such a bitch. You're such a bitch.
Could you even? Did it look like a bunch of Legos on stage?
I was not. First of all, I was literally on the floor.
Were you? I could have gently tossed Beyonce. If Beyonce would have asked me to, I could have gently tossed her a bottle of water. Like
you would not. You could not gently. You'd have to chuck that shit. Stop it.
No, I'm telling you, Monet, I could have literally gently tossed Beyonce a bottle of water. Bitch, I don't think you could have cleared that much space. You would have had to fucking.
Sit your blue ass
running
down.
Start that shit.
Sit your blue ass down.
I could have been like, hold on.
Well, I was a concert great. I had a good time anyway. Anyway, so we find out that Rebecca is the winner of this challenge. Rebecca finally wins something.
Yeah, Rebecca has won the challenge, and of course, Chanel feels like she should have won the challenge. Obviously, that's clear. BB and Anjana are both in the bottom, and during the lip sync, BB Zahara Benet starts to lose her wig. We have the first ever queen falling apart during a lip sync in the history of Drag Race.
But it's the first. It's something weird to me about saying it's the first ever. Like it was the first season.
Yeah, but some things didn't happen in the first season. You know,
Bob, you cannot eat on the podcast. You cannot eat on the. And then here's what this nigga will put some checks in his mouth. Then wait to talk. Then be like, wait, hold on, Monet. Yeah, because at least when I would eat, I would ask a question that as you're answering, I'll be like,
no, this is how you eat, Monet. This is Monet. This is Monet. One time. Okay, can I tell the story?
What?
I'll tell it. One time I was doing
what?
an interview with this drag queen, and during the interview, it was like some like news outlet. During the interview, that was like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Like we're all on like Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like during the interview, you just see this one queen go.
Is Bob frozen or am I frozen?
And she keeps doing that every like 30 seconds. She's like with a fork, like
A fork.
she's eating. She had a fork, and she's like,
Oh, her. Got it.
and I was like, I kept being like, bitch, stop eating during this. It was like if you're like Good Morning America or something. It was the because you can still see the fork, but she'd cover the food and be like, but like, but act like she wasn't eating. It was so wild. I was like, this is crazy.
I live.
Anyway, so yeah, BB's falling apart. She rips her wig off. And RuPaul is so torn up about this. RuPaul cannot even gather herself to finish filming the episode, basically.
I know she had to excuse. She's like, this decision is too hard. I'm gonna have to excuse myself. And as she walks away, they go to talking. So Rebecca has won. This has nothing to do with Rebecca. Rebecca is backstage celebrating. She's like, "Oh, I won." And Chanel is excused. Nina's excused, right? So then Ru excuses herself to make the decision, and then And as he walks away, it cuts to Chanel being like, "I think RuPaul made a really bad decision letting Rebecca stay."
Yes. She does not like this bitch.
It has nothing to do with Rebecca. And she says, I think RuPaul made a really bad decision letting Rebecca stay. And I was like, what the fuck? Leave this girl alone, girl.
That was wild. RuPaul comes back and she says to Angina, I thought you were going to go all the way.
Yeah.
And then she sends Angina home and tells BB to stay. And Angina is sent packing. And we are now down to what, 4 girls?
4 girls, top 4.
Oh my God. Not the top 4. Not the top 4.
Well, I did
what?
I did a gig at Heart. I did Moist for Godoy and Sadie's birthday. I did a gig, and Angina was there, and I was like, oh yeah, Bob and I doing season 1. She's like, okay, well, episode 5 is coming up. If you want me to be a guest, let me know. And I was like, why do I want you to be a guest on episode 5? And I found out why when I watched this episode yesterday.
Why didn't we take her up on the offer?
Because because I don't know why we didn't do it. Actually,
I didn't even know the offer was available. This is shady.
Well, we can have her next week. We can still have her next week.
Not when they gatekeeping the guests. Damn.
You're gatekeeping the guests.
Well, Monet, if you're watching and you had already known, who do you think would win right now?
Like the season or this episode?
Say again?
You saying who do I think should have won this episode or this or is going to win
this season?
I would say Rebecca Glasscock.
For me right now, it's between Nina and BB Zahara Benet for sure. They are just, to me, in a different category than the other girls. Chanel is in a great category, but her self-sabotaging, and I know that's a buzzword in Drag Race, but like she is trying to take herself down, basically. She's like not letting herself have a moment's rest,
Yeah, I agree. But Chanel is probably is my favorite part of the season. I think she's so funny and her talking heads are great.
So good.
Chanel she'll be my fan favorite for sure.
Do you know how the rest of the season plays out? I mean, I know you know who wins, but do you know how the rest of it plays out?
No, I know nothing. I don't know anything happening next.
Oh, work. All right. Well, we will see you all next week when we review episode 6. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.